On medicine, chemistry is a huge part of medicine, both as a diagnostic and treatment tool. Chemistry departments in hospital medical labs analyze blood, urine, etc. for proteins, sugars, and other metabolic and inorganic substances. Electrolyte tests are a routine blood analysis, testing things like potassium and sodium. Most medications are involved with anabiotic on food. From chemical standpoint, the food having the following composition: carbohydrates or their constituents, fats on their constituents, or it constitutes proteins, vitamins or precursors with which the body can develop them, mineral salts, and water. Therefore, everything we eat is a mixture of chemical compounds. Currently, there are no problems of food production in the world, and if there is hunger in our planet, is a problem of distribution, which come into play social, economic, and political. On food, from a chemical standpoint, as a diagnostic of treatment tool, chemistry departments in hospital medical labs analyze blood, urine, etc. for proteins, sugars, and other metabolic and inorganic substances. Electrolyte tests are a routine blood analysis, testing things like potassium and sodium. Most medications are involved with inhibiting a specific enzyme or the expression of a gene. Blocking an enzyme active site requires a specifically designed blocker to disable the enzyme function. Since enzymes are proteins, their functions differ based on shapes, and inhibitor drugs must be customized for each target enzyme. This requires chemistry, while the concept of RNA interface is more on the biological side, the engineering of chemicals in the inhibiting the translation of RNA into an amino acid sequence by ribosomes requires chemistry. In RNA, a designed piece of double-stranded RNA literally cuts up RNA to prevent it from undergoing translation. On war, possibly the first chemical reaction that took man to destroy his enemy was fire, the same oxidation reaction that came to dominate for light and heat, food and cooking utensils, in order to make your life more pleasant, was used to kill their fellows to burn down their homes and crops. Over time, man invents an explosive mixture of saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal, which is used at first to make rockets, glad parties, and celebration. This discovery, attributed to Chinese, it was subsequently used by the men to fire projectiles so they can hunt animals for their livelihood. But man, always aggressive, eventually used the explosive power of gunpowder for weapons and warriors and faced his enemy. Later, they were discovered more powerful explosive, several nitrate products. Its high oxygen content are good explosive. Global warming. The term global warming refers to an increase in Earth's mean global temperature because a part of Earth's outgoing infrared radiation is retained by several trace gases in the atmosphere, whose concentrations have been increasing because of human industrial, commercial, and agricultural activities. These gases have the ability to absorb radiation, leading to the tendency of the atmosphere to create warmer climates that would otherwise be the case. The most important naturally occurring trace gases that have the ability to absorb infrared radiation are water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxygen, and ozone. In addition, there are some industrial gases that are extremely effective absorbers for the radiation. We infer that all these gases are part of chemistry. Three good alternatives to avoid the melting ice caps that affect the climate of Mexico are Reduce the burning of fossil fuels and other alternatives for energy as powered through sunlight or wind energy. Using biofuels more often. Give you use to different ecological technologies today such as electric cars and hybrid cars. Join and support the various campaigns of environmental conservation and recycling. We believe that the chemical does a very good job today, but we must know how to use. Do not use it to create explosive, use it to create good medicines or food, for example. Thank you.